Good day, everyone. It is another fantastic Thursday here at the Vendasta headquarters in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Thanks for joining us today. We are excited to discuss a new product in the marketplace, Metricool. So with Metricool, you can measure, manage, and analyze all your social media accounts and online ad campaigns from beginning to end. My name is Cam. I am a product marketing manager here at Vendasta, and joining me today from Metricool are Juan Pablo Tejela, CEO and co-founder, and Veronica Hernandez, communication manager at Metricool. Hi, Juan and Veronica. How are you doing?
Hi, fine. How are you?
I'm
Hi, how are
good as
you?
well. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. So for our audience, before we begin, just a few reminders again. If you have any questions, we'll answer them usually towards the end. And if not, I will follow up with you after the webinar. And with that, everybody is excited to hear all about Metricool. So I'll hand over the presentation to Juan and Veronica.
Okay, so here we are.
Looks
So, so before we get started explaining the tool, I think it's important to give a bit of context first. So Metricool is a digital platform to manage, monitor, and analyze the content and online activity on the main social networks, website, and digital ad campaigns. Everything in one place. Metricool started 3.5 years ago with the idea of helping all types of users willing to improve their digital experience, grow their digital presence, and achieve their marketing goals, from marketers to small local businesses. And nowadays, over 300,000 users across over 110 countries have trusted our project. Just a moment. So these are some of the brands that have trusted Metricool, from marketing agencies, big corporations, community and social media managers to local businesses. So why did I say that Metricool can help users to achieve their marketing goals? So in a simplified way, a marketing strategy is divided in several stages from the moment you set your goals until you finally reach them. However, if you don't monitor the performance of that strategy, all your efforts will be worthless. You won't be able to identify what is working and what is not, or identify those areas that can be improved. Metricool is there to assist users to improve their productivity by helping them with planning their content more efficiently, and to guide the direction of the strategy by gathering all the relevant metrics and display them in a very easy to understand dashboard. So how does Metricool accomplish this? So there are 7 key features will help you with that. So the analytics, where users can monitor and analyze the main metrics associated with each social media account and website. Competitors analysis, to optimize their strategy by learning how their competitors are performing and what they are doing on social media. Content management, to publish more efficiently the content from one place and have all your content organized. Automated reports, to save time in creating in-depth reports with a professional look. Inbox management, to manage all social media messages and comments received from one place and therefore to reduce response time. Instagram link, to show Instagram posts in a clickable way to drive traffic to your site. And lastly, digital ad campaigns, to manage and analyze the performance of users' ads on both Facebook and Google Ads. But let's unpack each one. So first thing first, what can you connect to one profile? So you can connect your website or blog, your Twitter account, your Facebook page or Facebook group, Instagram business or personal account, LinkedIn page, Google Ads. You can connect it or even create an account from this platform, Facebook ads, and Google My Business. So let's see the first feature. So in this section, it's crucial to make sure that the marketing strategy is going in the right direction. Metricool will synchronize automatically with all the relevant metrics in a very intuitive way. Here you can monitor the growth of your community and how your audience behave, the top demographics, and the impact of your content. That is, if your publications generate engagement, increase reach, or encourage the audience to interact. Also, still on the topic of analytics, it's crucial to understand how your competitors behave to optimize a social media strategy. learn what they are doing, how often they post, how many interactions they receive. It gathers all the relevant information so users can outsmart their competitors. Users can add up to 100 competitors. Users can also compare their Twitter account in real time against another competitor, analyzing the activity of the last 8 days. Check what their best friends are and the ones of their competitors. They can even follow or unfollow users from this dashboard. The content management module helps users to increase their productivity, allowing them to schedule all the content on different social media platforms from one place. Excuse me. They will be able to program their publications manually or in bulk. Also, Metricool allows them to create autolists. An autolist is a group of publications that can be scheduled automatically so users can relax with the peace of mind that their social networks are well taken care of. But most importantly, with Metricool's calendar, users can discover when their audience is active to decide which times are best for them to publish and get the most out of their publications, making sure their content has the maximum exposure. Another advantage is that users will have organized all their publications in the calendar, and it helps users to give a consistent image of their brand, making sure that they send the same message across social networks. If we have a closer look to the planner, Metricool makes it even easier to publish with a built-in keyboard for emojis to add creativity to posts. The possibility to use a URL shortener to monitor the clicks on each publication. The possibility of uploading up to 10 images. You can add photos, videos, and GIFs. Users can even set the budget from Metricool's planner to promote their publications. After all the work done, it's important to put all the information together to be able to get a sense of what we have achieved with our work and on which areas we should put our focus. The reports are generated automatically and they are customizable. Users can even add their own logo. Another great feature is that they can even set it up in a way that they can receive a monthly email with their report without the need to do anything else. Users can reply to their comments and messages from one place. Users won't need to log in each social network to reply to their followers. It's a great feature to improve the response time if users are already using their social networks for customer service. In this case, well, Instagram only allows one clickable link in a profile, and it's the one that appears in the bio. However, Metricool gives users the opportunity to create a link in the bio that will show all posts in a clickable way to direct followers to the landing pages of their choice. This is an essential feature, especially if users' focus is on driving traffic to their website or product. This is one of the features that makes this tool unique. As if all the functionalities that I just mentioned weren't enough. Metricool allows you to manage and analyze your digital ad campaigns on both Facebook and Google Ads. In one dashboard, you have all the relevant metrics to see how your campaigns are performing in the same place. And after analyzing what you see, you can pause a campaign or increase the bidding. Also, you can review Google's quality score of your keywords, allowing users to see if any part of the campaign is failing. I should mention that Metricool has been qualified by Google and has earned a partner badge. This means a lot to us and to our users, and it gives us access to Google training, support, and help that allows us to offer a better service to our users. So I think now I'm gonna show you the tool, how it works, so you can get better understand how we do what we do. So on this page is where you can connect your social networks to Metricool, as well as your web or blog. To one profile, you can add one account of each social platform. Once the accounts are connected, Metricool will start gathering and storing all the metrics for each account. So Metricool is structured into four main sections: evolution, real-time, planning, and ads. In the evolution section, you can monitor and track the performance of all the social media platforms, website or blog, and ad campaigns in the specific period of time of your choice. You can see, you can choose here the period of time, even you can customize it depending how you want, what you want to see. So at the beginning, in the first graph, you can see the growth of your community in relation to your publications. This graph is completely, you can customize it and it's interactive. So you can, for example, maybe you are more interested in seeing the following, or maybe you want to see your followers. Okay, and always in relation to your post. You can also see the followers balance. So how many new followers you got in this period of time. Also, you can get the information of the top demographics and to analyze your followers. You can see the gender, the age range, where they are from, or even from which city they are from. Also, you get important information about your profile. For example, you get impressions, reach, profile views, but you can even see how many times users have clicked the URL in your bio. So again, this is completely interactive, so you can see the metrics that interested the most. Also, you have here, and here, there. So you can see information about your post. You can see the engagement, the interactions, the reach, the impressions, and then you can even see more detail of the interactions your publications got, the likes, the comments. Also, I forgot to comment that in this arrow that you see here, these ones, you can see here the variation of the current period with respect to the previous period. For example, if you select a week, the result will compare to the previous 7 days. This is a great feature to see if the strategy is going in the right direction. Also, you can see a summary of your post that you can download in a CSV file. You can organize it and you can see which publications work best. For example, you can organize it by impressions, by the reach, depends what you want to see. Also, you get some information about the hashtags. You can get information about the stories. And also at the end, you can see and analyze your competitors. So here you have all the main information and all the main metrics, so you can see how they are doing or what they are doing on social media. Even if you click in this icon, in the graph icon, you can see even more information about their growth, their interactions, the posts that they published, and their hashtags. Again, these graphs are completely interactive and you can play with all of them to see the metric that interested you the most. The rest of the social networks work basically the same. Some metrics might be different, but more or less similar. So then after all the analysis done, you can get a report. You can choose the month that you can analyze. You can also choose the language. And if you scroll down here, you will see that you can choose which social networks you want to include in your report, and also the list of posts that I show you. You can also decide how you want them to be organized, by which metric, and also you want to choose how many, you can choose how many rows do you want to show. If you scroll down, you will see that you can add your logo and that you can download your reports in PDF or PPT. And also you have access to all your previous reports if you want to print print them again. Also, if you want to receive the report every month by email, you can activate this option and you will receive it every month without the need to enter this tool at all. In the real-time section, you can check in real time your metrics of your web. You can see the online visitors, what is going on, which countries your users are coming from, or even the sources that drive traffic to your website. You can also go to Twitter. It has you can see in Twitter real time and what is happening in the last 8 days. You can see the published tweets, also the interactions they receive. You can even see which followers are mentioning you or they are replying to your tweets. And you can see your followers or your following. And on top of that, you can contrast this information with a competitor. Also, you can manage your community and you can follow or unfollow from this dashboard. Lastly, in real time, you can manage all your messages. You can reply to your Facebook messengers, to Facebook messages, Instagram, and Twitter. You have all the information in one dashboard. So that makes easier to respond to all the comments. And it's a really nice tool to have when you are using your social networks for customer service. Here in the planning area, you can organize all your posts and prepare all your publications. So you can share new posts manually on all multiple social networks at the same time. You just have to choose where you want to publish, and you just write your text, add your photos, up to 10 images, as I mentioned before, and even you can boost your Facebook post if you want. You can also download a CSV file if you want to publish several publications in bulk. And then you have here the best time on. This is a great feature that helps you to know when it's best for you to publish, when your audience is going to be active, and so your publications get the maximum exposure. So here, for example, we have some examples of some publications that we have planned. Some of them were already published, and this is more or less how they would look, and you can preview, so you will see how they will be published in the social network of your choice. So this is very useful, and you can see everything at a glance. So you have everything organized. Also, there is another great feature that it will help to improve your productivity, and this is the auto list. Auto lists are a list that you create automatically, that you can repeat it or not, and you can use also a shortener or not, depending on your needs, and you can publish on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Google My Business. So here, for example, you create several lists, several publications that you have here organized, and you can decide which days you're going to publish them. So you can decide, for example, you're going to publish on Tuesdays, or maybe you decide that no, you want to keep publishing on Mondays. So it's very easy to use. You can choose here the time when it will start, or if you have several auto lists or you want to repeat it several times, you can choose different days. You can activate them. or not. You can even delete it. So that will save you a lot of time. Then you have your Instagram link. As I explained before, Instagram doesn't allow you to include clickable links in your publications. The only place that you can do it is in your link in the bio. So this is why Metricool helps you with that and created a link where you can add all your posts to make them clickable. How it works, you copy this link, you go to your Instagram account, and you add it in your bio. As you see, if you click it here, you will see all your publications, and then you can click them, and it will drive you to, in this case, a post from our blog. This is a great tool to drive traffic to the places that you want. And lastly, you have the ads section. The ads section is structured in 3 different sections: campaigns, keywords, and create campaign. In campaigns, you can see your Facebook ad campaigns and your Google ad campaigns. You can see them together, or if you are interested only to see your Google ads, you can see them too. And here you can also decide which columns you are interested to. So for example, if you don't care about what's the start date, you can delete it from the chart. And here you will see the main metrics that will help you to make informed decisions and decide if that campaign is working for you or not. In this same dashboard, you can pause or you can activate a campaign. Also here you can see the objectives of your strategy, or even you can change the daily budget. In the keyword section, this is for Google Ads. So here you can select the campaign, the ones that you want to see. Also, you can select the ad groups that you want to see. And here you will see the 4 status of quality score: the overview, the search, the creative, and landing. How is the landing experience? What's the ads relevance? Or what's the click-through rate experience? So you will have everything, and according to that, you can make important decisions and decide which campaigns are working best or not. In the last part, and this is a new feature that we just introduced, you can create your own campaigns. You don't have to go to Google Ads or to Facebook Ads. You have everything in the same dashboard, and you can create, for example, your Google Ads and decide what type of campaign you want to do. You can choose both, and you can decide to do display or the campaign objective of traffic or conversions. So it's very useful that this makes almost Metricool more than a tool, several tools in one. So I think I show you more or less how this tool works. So if you have any question, I let Cam to right from here.
All right, we have a couple of questions here. Thank you for that demo, Veronica. So we have a question here clarifying. So does Metricool link business and personal accounts?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Yes, it does.
All right. And then is there a mobile app for responding to messages on the go? So you showed us earlier, like the message center for it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure if I understood the question.
Mm-hmm. A mobile application for responding to messages.
So at the moment, we don't have an application on the go, but
okay.
We are working on that.
All right, sounds good. All right, we have another question here. Are the best times to post generic or based on your followers?
So it's based on your followers. So all the information you will find here is based on your audience, your own now audience.
All right, perfect. Another question. Does Metricool report on all posts, even if they have not been posted by Metricool? So probably posted on the actual social media sites or through...
Yes, yes, so it doesn't matter where you publish, it will appear in Metricool will record and gather all that information so you can analyze it.
All right. And then are metrics dashboard customizable?
So no, they are interactive, but you can change the look of it.
Okay. All right. And I think that's all the questions so far. We still have a little bit more time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a few more questions to come in,
Okay.
and then we're going to start answering them again.
Okay, perfect.
Probably give it maybe 2 minutes or so.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so a few questions here about cost. So how much is the monthly cost of Metricool? Let me see, I have it here. So wholesale price, yeah. Go ahead, Veronica.
Okay. It would be $17.99.
Okay, $17.99 is the suggested retail price.
Yes.
And then for Vendasta Basic, Pro, and Enterprise wholesale cost, it is $12.99 a month, US dollars. And then for the for partners under the free and starter subscription, it's going to be $16 a month, US dollars.
Yes, correct.
All right. So is it a white label service?
What do you mean with white label?
White label, can partners brand this as their own?
If they can change the logo, for example, or something like that in the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have these options, but I don't really know now if they are available in the marketplace.
Yeah, I don't believe it's currently available, but if that is an option that you would want for Metricool, then just send me a message and then I'll talk to the team about it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, a few more questions here. For the downloadable report, can you change the color options to fit your brand? I believe so.
You can personalize the period of time, the language, because we have more than 8 languages to download, the sections you want to include, and the logo. So you can personalize all the pages with your own logo. And finally, you can download in PDF format and in PPT format for PowerPoint. So in PowerPoint, you can change everything.
All right.
It's completely editable.
Sounds good. Okay, so another question about the best time to publish on platforms. Is it based on historical or overall industry? I believe earlier in the answer that we gave, it's based on your followers. So it's, I would say, historical based on your following. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's based in your last week.
Mm-hmm.
So every week change the best time to publish.
All right.
But always thinking about your followers. It's always
the followers and not like overall industry. All right. That's good. Like it's very customized to your audience. What else? Just looking at the other questions here. Does Metricool report on competitive keywords used?
Can you repeat the question, please?
So does Metricool report on competitive keywords? So your competitors and what keywords that they use?
In Google Ads campaigns.
Okay.
Maybe the question is focused in Google Ads campaigns.
Through Google Ads campaigns.
In the creation of a campaign process, Metricool suggests the best keywords to to use in the campaign. The suggestion is made using the landing page you are going to use in the campaign. So I think that these keywords can be very useful in the creation of the campaign. Then Metricool analyze your own keywords to say which keywords are working better than others, so you can disable the worst keywords and put more budget in the best keywords.
You have to also consider that depending on your campaign, certain keywords can work better. So the same keyword can be scored differently depending on the campaign.
Okay. Another one, how many accounts can I add for the clients that I manage?
So with one profile, you can add one account for Facebook, one Twitter account, etc.
Yeah, you can connect one account per social network or platform.
Okay.
As you can see here, in one Metricool profile. So
per
each
profile, it's
profile
one.
works for one brand.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I think a lot of our audience have been asking that question. Another good question. Are there any upcharges associated with running ads through Metricool, or is it billed through Facebook or Google accounts, depending on where you're running the ads?
The campaigns are billed in Facebook ads account or in Google ads account.
Okay, so no upcharges.
Your own account, and the campaigns are billed there.
All right. Another question. Can you respond to comments within Metricool?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
you can. You can respond comments on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
All right. And then some questions around positioning here. How best to position the product, and how do we use it as an agency dealing with several clients based on the best practices of your clients or customers?
I'm not sure if I understand again the question.
Okay. So how would it be positioned? Usually Metricool, what is the best way to position your product for clients?
Well, the way to speak about Metricool is that it's a comprehensive tool to analyze all your social networks, and also you can manage your publications. You can also get information in real time. You can create your ads in Metricool. So it's several tools in one. So yeah, it can save you time.
Yeah, definitely. I think that saving time it's a very, very important point here, because in social networks you can lose a lot of time. So having everything in one place and focus in executing your strategy, it's very, very important.
And also I think all the information you get is consistent. So each different platforms, they give you their own analytics, but in Metricool you have everything together and with the same format. So it's easier to understand how your social media strategy is working.
Okay. Yeah, and it is a one-stop shop. You get planning your ads, competitors.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so to clarify, what type of posts are possible to Google My Business, like event posts, product posts, etc.?
Posting post. You can post photos, for example, for the section of pictures. You know that in Google My Business there is a section just with photos. Then there is another section with post, and you can post just with text, or text with a link, or text with a picture and a link.
And I think also you can include videos if you don't add any text, right?
Yeah, and the links are transformed in buttons in the post. So there are several choices. to publish in Google My Business.
All right. And currently doesn't support YouTube.
No, at the moment,
No.
doesn't.
Okay. So how does Metricool compare to other scheduling programs?
How?
So how we compare to other scheduling programs?
Well, there are several tools for scheduling. Finally, I think that the scheduling function it's very common, and I think that Metricool is easier than other tools, and you have the best time to publish in the calendar, so it's very visual.
Mm-hmm.
To optimize your post, because the time when you publish is very, very important for the algorithms of the social networks. And then you have also the auto list to save too much time publishing in social networks. So I think that we have a lot of tools, a lot of things that are easier than other schedulers.
Yeah, and on top of that, you can, so you just not plan your publications, then you can analyze how they are performing. So in the same tool, you can analyze how you are doing, and at the same time, you can publish your content. So I think that's very useful to have everything in one place.
And I think the feature that the best time to publish is based on your following is also very sort of customized towards your own accounts, really. Okay.
Yeah, you can see here the blue colors with the best times.
So a darker hue means that it's a better time for you to
And you can change to see the best time on Twitter, on Facebook, or Instagram.
Okay. It's a really good feature.
Yeah. And you can have everything in the same place, and you can see everything organized. That also helps. And I think also one of the features that they are important is that you can download your calendar in a CSV file. So maybe if you are preparing an editorial plan and you want to see what you are doing or what you are planning, it's very useful to pass the information to their players. So I think also that can help you. And the possibility to publish in bulk.
Bulk publishing it. Awesome. Okay, so I have a lot of questions here. I think a lot of our partners want to use Metricool as a way to manage clients. So do you have like a team account view? So it's just one person managing different sort of accounts or profiles?
So what do you mean by that?
So if I am an agency and I have several clients with their own sort of social media accounts, because currently we can put one account per social media type. So one account for Facebook, one account for Twitter. So I want control of like my client A and then client B, and they all have like different social media accounts, right? So is that possible through Metricool?
Yeah, you need to buy two profiles.
Yes.
Okay. In Vendasta.
Yes, so you can add as many profiles as you want, but you will have it in different, they will be separate interface.
Okay, so just to clarify to everybody, it is the pricing that we have is per profile or per account. So basically $17.99 per client that you have.
Correct.
Yes. All right. And that answers a lot of the questions here. Okay. And so yes, there's a question here about the subscription month to month. Yes, it is a monthly subscription. So they have to pay, your clients will have to pay $17.99, or at least that's the standard retail price every month. All right. How do you set up audience targeting with Google and Facebook ads?
In a campaign creation.
It's here.
Okay, you first need to choose the objective of your campaign, and then you can choose the places where the campaign is going to show. And then you have more steps in the campaign to choose demography, audience, keywords, the design, the creative of the ad, finally the budget, and you confirm the campaign. For example, for demography, audience, and keywords, Metricool recommends some elements. For example, for demography, as you have connected your Facebook page and your Instagram account, we know that your audience is composed of women of 24 to 34. So we choose by default this audience, that is your audience. You can change every setup, every parameter, but Metricool auto-complete some of them to make campaigns in 5 minutes.
All right. Okay. Oh, have more questions here. Can you set up pixel events in Metricool, or does this have to be done within Facebook?
You can choose the Facebook pixel. We don't have here any Facebook ads account connected, but if you have different pixels and different conversion events configuring your pixel, you can choose here.
We can show you because at the moment we don't have that.
There's not a connected account.
Sorry.
We don't have any.
No, but you can definitely do it.
But it's there.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I have another question here. As an admin or editor on my client's Facebook page, can I still connect these accounts, or do you have to be the owner of the account?
You just have to be the manager, the
Administrator.
Administrator is fine. Doesn't need to be the owner. All right.
No.
Okay. All right. I think that's it. The rest of the questions we can just answer through email. Yeah. So just switch my screen here. Okay. So the rest of the questions, as I've mentioned, we're going to answer them through email instead. I would like to take this time to thank Juan and Veronica for joining us today and answering all the questions live, and also doing the demo and letting everybody know about the awesome features of Metricool. So Juan and Veronica, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, and to all the audience, thank you for attending this week's webinar. I will get back to a lot of you who have more questions shortly after, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and see you next week for our next Vendasta Weekly webinar.